Hey everybody, God bless you. Brother Jeff here. Just wanted to take this opportunity to share with you just for a little bit my testimony on staying pure. And like most of you, you can identify with the fact that growing up in the church, you probably more than likely grew up in a very strict house where dating was like forbidden. Having a relationship with a boy or a girl was like a no-no. And with that being said, that was basically my situation. So staying pure in the very beginning wasn't so much about what God expected of me. It was more so based on the fact that my parents were just so strict that they didn't allow me to basically experiment with the things that were out there in the world. So grew up in a very sheltered environment, and there did come a point in time where my parents being so strict got me so frustrated that I wind up experimenting anyway, because they couldn't be with me all the time. And I basically dated a lot, to be honest, and experimented, but not to the point where I gave my purity away. And for some reason, I really thank God for this. And I look back over it that, my parents being the way they were was a blessing for me. They always raised me to respect women. So, it's like I had an old soul, even at the age of 15, 16. I would always think if I wind up having sex with this young girl, and I know deep down in my heart that I don't love her, that I don't have any intention on settling down with her in the future, I knew that would be devastating to her. So now my mentality is moving away from being pure to basically not hurting someone. I just never wanted to hurt anyone, and I always had that mentality that I should be a one woman man basically. In the process of all of that, I basically still would hurt young ladies, and I would get hurt myself because a lot of the girls that I would date, I never got God's consent or blessing on it. So those relationships obviously were bound to fail because He never gave the okay to begin with. And I think at about age 19 is when I actually really settled down. And of course, I got filled with the Holy Ghost at age 19. And the temptation, obviously, to have sex didn't stop, but the Lord gave me the power, the strength to hold on and to keep my integrity and everything like that. Now, I want to really encourage someone and let them know that even if you aren't living pure, it's not too late. You can practice celibacy just as well as you can practice abstinence. I used to think that basically having this kind of testimony, which is that you've experimented with the things that are in the world, you've had a lot of women, and you were delivered from that. That basically was a powerful testimony. But my friend, I remember sharing with me, a close friend of mine shared with me that the fact that you never experimented in having sex is just as powerful a testimony as the next person that has experimented with it and was delivered from it. So just know that there's nothing wrong with you, because I used to get that all the time when I would share with people that I'm waiting until I get married. They would say that you're weird, something's wrong with you, and the peer pressure sometimes really would get to me. But again, because of the grace and the mercy of God, I was able to hold on until God truly blessed me beyond my wildest dreams in giving me my soulmate and my best friend, Karen. And I really thank God for everything that He brought me through and the point that I'm at right now. I have to really say that I wasn't better than anybody else, and I'm still not. It's just the fact that God's grace was greater than my sins. It's just the fact that God placed great mentors in my life, great big brothers and fathers in the spirit that really lived a holy life, and it made me want to follow in their footsteps and do the same. So I can say without a shadow of a doubt that, it really takes a church to help raise a child. And if God did it for me, like I always say, He can do it for you. He can do it for anybody. One thing that I read not too long ago was a quote by Will Chamberlain, and many of you may already know that Will Chamberlain has the world record, if you will, of sleeping with the most women that any man has ever slept with. So he said that it's better, though, to be with one woman 1,000 times than for a man to be with 1,000 women one time. And that is a powerful statement. So just know that this is God's intention. And I know we're living in a culture right now where being free and promiscuous and things like that is accepted, but that was never God's will and never will be God's will. And that kind of living will only lead to heartache and pain, broken hearts and things of that nature. So God's formula still works, and just be encouraged that you can and you must live pure. God bless you.